Hello, my name is Bill Parra.
Coming down that railroad track.
I want to invite you into a little program here at the Old Mill Pond Museum. The property I purchased in 1993. I had the idea of collecting for future generations to see what happened years ago.
I'm back at the mill today, and to me it's a pretty special day. I'm going to work on this old hit and miss motor, and it was used to operate this pump jack. One very interesting thing to me is that there's a little chair sitting over here. It was placed there about 7 years ago, and Bill Parrott used to sit in that chair and watch this thing run. I'm going to move that chair today. I'm going to get this area cleaned up, and I'm going to do my best to do right and put it back into operation. Let's get to work. As for now, I'm working out of a 5-gallon bucket, and there's my service truck. It's a little smaller than Stephen Cox's. I'm gonna get set up a little better here in the future, and we'll have a proper tool set that's mobile. I know a lot of you guys want to help out the museum, and I'm probably gonna make an Amazon wish list for some of the tools and stuff for a mobile tool truck cart thingy. So we may stick to 5-gallon buckets and put the bags on them or something to that effect, but you know, I'll get it all figured out. I'll think of the proper plans, and if you guys have any recommendations on how to make it lightweight and mobile and carry enough tools to get the average job done so we don't have to run back and forth, well, we'd love to hear it. Okay, let's see about getting this mixer off. Anything with a hole out here in East Texas is gonna have dirt daubers on it. We already know that. We've got a check valve right here, and we're gonna check the check valve. Just a little pipe fitting, brass. Okay, I've got the check valve out. Now I'm gonna blow through. We're good. And it's actually very clean inside. I'm very shocked. Checked our check valve, works great. We're gonna put it back on. Our mixer is perfectly clean. I was able to blow everything out of it, and I'm very, very confident that we're good to go. So no worries there. It was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was gonna be. We're just going to fit this back in here now, loosely. Yeah, we'll snug this one up too. Use my redneck socket set. Just a couple turns per side. I'm just gently snugging these down. I'd rather that carburetor fall off than I mess up those castings. And what we can do here is get some Nordlock washers and put them in where these are, and then I don't have to over tighten this to lock it down. Those Nordlocks won't let it out, and that is a guarantee. Okay, so I can tell you we're gonna have a problem right in here. We're gonna have a problem in here. This bar, look at that, just stands right up. It needs to be able to flop very easily. Our igniter feels real rough, so we're gonna lube all this up real good. Now I can wait for the oil to get in, or I can shoot it with some penetrating lube, and that's what I want to do. And that'll help to break down anything that's in there. Much better. There we go. Another problem here, this valve is open. So as this thing's set here, it never let that valve close. That's bad. We don't want that at all. And it scares me. I did put a lot of lube inside the engine. So what we're gonna do is take our valve. There we go, little tap. Did you see that? Intake doesn't look that good. I don't want to mess with that too much. Let's see. So the spring's really light on the intake. I'm gonna pull it back and just put a pair of vice grips. I'm not tightening them. I'm not tightening. I guess you can't see. So I got a phone call, and during the phone call I just kept messing with it. I wanted to get it on camera, but I kept messing with it and I got it to work. So this is our intake, right? If you notice on the intake manifold, it doesn't have a rocker arm. The rocker is only on the exhaust, and we're good to go there. That pushes in really good. But this spring is super light. I can push it back with my finger. We got plenty of oil in there now. Everything's pretty good. I'm just cleaning her up and you know, making sure she's good and clean. But yeah, get some oil in here too. So I'm using penetrating oil right now because it's going to help, like that right there. All that rust just came out. So I'm just using a bunch of penetrating lube. That's helping to break everything up and get everything loose. We're good. Okay, she's about ready to start, but we need some other components. Okay, so she's about ready to start. I'm pretty excited. Well, I say that. We need other components. We're gonna have to go on a scavenger hunt. It's gonna be fun. See if we can find a coil and battery. I got new batteries in the back of the truck. We'll just use one of the big ones, and then we gotta scrounge up some wire or something. Should be able to get this thing going. I brought gloves. I don't know why I'm not wearing them. So positive. This lead right here is gonna come over to the igniter, and the other positive lead is gonna go over here. And then we have a ground on the motor. We'll take this and put it to ground. You just push that in, and then this locks into place. There you go, we're solid. We found out this coil is not working, and we just used, okay, so we just used the outside coil on this 6-volt coil, right? This is from our Ford, our 32 Ford. I knew this coil was good on the outside, or the outside coil was good, and that is a low tension coil. And I knew it was fine because I had tested that before, so I knew it would fire. We went ahead and had to pull our igniter out and clean it up real good. And once we got that, we got a good solid ground, then we had spark. And I guess I'll kind of show you what she can do with just a little bit of ether, and then we'll start working on the rest of it. Let's see. Let's go one more. Okay. Let's back her off. And I'm gonna have you roll her forward while I spray. All right, go ahead. Okay, let's go back. There it is. Get the lever in there. Ready? I love it. All right, we're gonna let her die. We're gonna let her peter out because I don't want to be using this ether in there. I want to make sure all my, pretty exciting. I wanted to hear her fire, and we did. So next step, we're gonna build a fuel line for her. We're gonna figure out what we're doing with the gas tank, and Bob's your uncle. Thanks. And by the way, this is Bob.